Hello everyone, welcome to our fifth lesson in our online math class. Today we're going to learn about subtracting integers. Okay, last week we learned about adding integers with different signs. So today we're going to continue our lesson with integers. Okay, let's get started. So our objectives for today, okay, is that at the end of the lesson you are expected to subtract integers with the same sign or different signs. So you can have two different signed integers or same signed integers, and then you're going to subtract both of them. Okay, and then we have our vocab for today. We have add, positive, negative, left, right, change, minuend, subtrahend. Again, our vocab for today, we have add, positive, negative, left, right, change, minuend, subtrahend. Minuend and subtrahend is found when you have subtraction sentence. For example, 7 minus 3 equals 4. The 7 here is what we call the minuend. Okay, and then the second number after the minus sign is what we call the subtrahend. Okay, and the answer that we have when we subtract two numbers, we call this the difference. Okay, so minuend minus subtrahend equals difference. So let's review our concept when adding integers. When adding integers that have the same signs, add normally. Write their signs at the end. For example, we have 5 plus 3. Since 5 and 3 are both positive, we add the numbers normally. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. And then we write their signs at the end. So we write the positive sign because both of them are positive. But since we know that positive 8 is the same as 8, or the normal way of writing it, we just write 8 instead. Okay, let's have another example. Negative 3 plus negative 4 is equal to negative 7. Why is it negative 7? When adding integers that have the same signs, are negative 3 and negative 4 have the same signs? Yes. So since both of them are negative, we add normally 3 plus 4 equals 7. Write their signs at the end. So we write their signs, which is negative, before 7. That's our final answer. Okay, so concept number 2, when adding integers that have different signs. Last week we learned 3 methods, and the first one is we use number line method. Number 2, we made zeros, and number 3, we subtracted from the larger number regardless of sign. Okay, so these are the methods that we learned last week. If you forgot the 3 methods, you can look back on your previous lesson. Okay, we have that in YouTube. Okay, so number 1. So we're going to simplify the following. So if you have a negative sign in front of the number, okay, you're going to change this number to its opposite. Okay, so we're going to simplify all of this by changing the number inside the parenthesis here, okay, into its opposite. For example, you have negative 3 here, but since there's a negative outside, so you have to change it to positive 3. Number 4 here will be changed to negative 4 because you have a negative outside, so you have to find the opposite of positive 4. Okay, so negative of negative 1, you have to find the opposite of negative 1, and that is positive 1. Okay, next one. So you have positive 2. So you have positive 2, so you have to change your positive 2 into its opposite, which is negative 2. negative 10 here, we'll change it to its opposite, which is positive 10. Concept. When we subtract integers, change the operation to addition and change the sign of the subtrahend. Remember? Minuend minus subtrahend. We're going to change the sign of the subtrahend, okay, based on our rule. Okay, now for our example number 1, we're going to subtract 3 minus 2. The 3 here is positive 3, 2 here is positive 2. Okay, change the operation to addition. So the operation here is subtraction. So we're going to change the operation into plus or addition. Next, the 2 here, change the sign of the subtrahend. The 2 here is a positive number. So we will change positive 2 into negative 2. And you have 3 plus negative 2. Add normally like what we learned last time. Now we have 3 methods, okay? We have 3 methods. And the 3 methods that we've learned, we have using number 9. Okay, so I have my bunnies here. Okay, so we can use the bunnies to hop 3, which is 3 times to the right. And then negative 2. Okay, so from positive 3, we move to the left side 2 times. So we will get 1, 2. And the answer that we have is positive 1. Okay, so we don't need to write the positive 1, we just write 1 instead. Okay, let's have example number 2. Subtract negative 5 minus 1. Negative 5 is a negative number. Okay, 1 here is a positive number. Concept, change the operation to addition. So our negative 5 here will be the same. The minus sign will be changed into plus or addition. Positive 1 here will be changed into negative 1 based on our concept here. Change the sign of the subtrahend. So this positive 1 here will be negative 1. Now, since they are both the same signs, we can use our concept number 1. Add normally. 5 plus 1 equals 6. Write their signs at the end. So both of them are negative, so we will write negative before 6. Okay, and negative 6 is our final answer. Alright, so let's have example number 3. Subtract 8 minus negative 2. 8 here is a positive number. Negative 2 is a negative number. Change the operation to addition. So you have 8, change the sign this to plus. This negative 2 will be positive 2. So we don't need to write the parentheses since it's positive. 8 plus 2, very easy, 10. Alright, so let's do our exercises. Okay, so if you remember, number 1, step 1, change minus into plus. Number 2, change the sign of the subtrahend. Okay, so we have negative 15 minus 14. The sign here of negative 15 is negative. The sign here of 14 is positive. Okay, now copy the first number, negative 15. Change the sign of minus into plus. This positive 14, change its sign, negative 14. Since both of them have the same signs, we add normally. 15 plus 14 is equal to 29. Copy their signs, negative. Okay, very easy. Number 2. Okay, so 2 minus negative 8. The sign of 2 is positive. The sign of negative 8 is negative. Write the first number. Change the minus sign into plus sign. Write the opposite of negative 8, which is 8. So we add this normally since both of them are the same sign. So we have 2 and 8 is 10. the signs are plus, their signs are plus or positive, we don't need to write positive on the answer. Okay, let's have number 3. So you have 11 minus negative 11. Okay, 11 here is a positive number. Negative 11 here is a negative number. So maybe you're thinking, oh, this is equal to 0, but actually it's not. Okay, we write 11, change the sign of the minus into plus, write the opposite of negative 11, which is 11. 11 plus 11 is equal to 22. Okay, so 11 minus negative 11 is equal to 22. Okay, let's have number 4. Negative 5 minus 15. Okay, we don't have a parenthesis here, but we understood that this is negative 5. 15 here is a positive number, so positive 15. Okay, so let's rewrite it down. We have negative 5. We change the minus into plus. We change the sign of the positive 15 into negative 15. Okay, so we have negative 5 plus negative 15. Since they are the same sign, right? They have the same sign, we add normally. 5 plus 15 equals 20. Their signs are negative, so we write negative before 20. It's on number 5. Okay, so we have negative 5 minus 10. Negative 5 here is a negative number. 10 is a positive number. So we write down, we have negative 5. We change the minus into plus. We change the sign of the positive 10 to its opposite. If you look at the two numbers, we have two negative, so we add them together. 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. Copy their signs, which is only negative. Number 6. Okay, number 6. We have negative 9 minus negative 1. Negative 9 here is a negative number. Negative 1 here is also a negative number. We copy the first number, which is negative 9. We change the sign of minus into plus. We change the sign of negative 1 into positive 1. So you can use different methods to do this. Okay, so for this case, I will try to use method, right? Method number 3. Method number 3 is subtracting or subtract from the larger number. Okay, we subtract from the larger number. So we have 9 here and 1 regardless of sign. Remember last week we learned that we don't mind the sign. Okay, so we have 9 here as the larger number. So we have 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Now we look at the sign of the larger number. The larger number is a negative number. So we will write the negative sign in front of 8. So our answer here is negative 8. So if you want to rewrite the final answer, it will look like this. Negative 9 minus negative 1 is equal to negative 8. And let's look at number 7. 13 minus negative 2. Okay, without writing down the steps, we can just rewrite it right away. Change the minus sign into plus. Change the opposite. Change the negative 2 to its opposite, which is positive 2. So we will have 13 plus 2 equals 15. Okay, very easy. Let's have number 8. Okay, write the first number. Change the sign to plus. Change to its opposite is 4. So 12 plus 4 equals 16. Okay, so 12 plus 4 is equal to 16. Let's look at the second question here. We have negative 8 minus 1. Negative 8, alright, some negative number. 1 here is a positive number. So negative 8, sorry about that one. Negative 8, okay, change the sign to plus, or the operation to addition. 1, we will change it to -1. Since both of them have the same signs, we add them normally. So we have 8 plus 1, which is 9. Copy the signs, or just the sign of both of them. It's negative. So we have -9. Let's look at number 10. Number 10. Okay, number 10, we have -8 here minus -12. Both of them are negative. Okay, so without writing the simple step here, we know that we write the first number, we change the sign into plus, we change the sign of the subtrahend into positive 12. No need to write the positive. Okay, now since both of them have different signs, okay, let's choose method number 2. Okay, method number 2 is make 0. Alright, so make 0. So we look at the larger number. So 12 is the larger number. So have -8. So we changed 12 into the 0 of -8, or to the opposite of -8. This 12 will become 8 and 4. Now we add the opposites here. -8 plus 8 is equal to 0 plus 4 is equal to +4. So if you're writing the final answer, it will look like this. -8 minus -12 is equal to 4. Okay, very easy. Okay, so let's have 5 more questions. Alright, so we have -1 minus 7. Okay, now we write the first number, -1, change the sign of minus into plus, change +7 into -7. Okay, since both of them have the same signs, add normally. Negative and negative, just negative. Very easy. Let's look at number 12. 7 minus 11. It's like going to 7-Eleven. Alright? Okay, 7. Change the sign minus into plus. Change 11 into -11. Change the sign, or maybe we will change this into the opposite of 7 because it's a bigger number. 7 plus -7. Okay, so -11 is -7 plus -4. Okay, so we add these two together, it will be 0 plus -4. So the final answer is -4. Very easy. Okay, so number 13. Now we write the first number, -4, change the minus sign into plus, change the negative into positive number. Okay, maybe we'll try method number 3, subtracting from the larger number. So the larger number here, if you see 4 and 5, you have 4. So instead of using equal sign, we will use arrow. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Now what is the sign of the larger number? The larger number is a positive number. So we will write this plus in front of the number. But since we know that +1 is the same as 1, so we will write 1 as our final answer. Okay, let's look at number 14. Number 14 is -8. Change the minus sign, plus, and then we have -15 to become 15. Now let's try method number 2. Okay, so method number 2 is making, we make 0. So we have -8 plus the opposite of -8 is 8. Right? So we change 15 into 8 and 7. So -8 plus 8 is equal to 0 plus 7. So the final answer here is equal to 7. And let's look at our final answer today. So we have 7 minus 10. Write the first number, change the minus sign into plus, change +10 into -10. Okay, maybe we'll use method number 3. Find the larger number. The larger number here is 10. So we have 10 minus the smaller number 7, again regardless of sign. So 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. Now, what is the sign of the larger number? This is negative. So we write this negative here, here in front of number 3. So therefore, 7 minus 10 is equal to negative 3. Okay, and that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching and hope you stay safe, and see you guys next week. Please do your quiz after watching this video. Bye bye.